All right there. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I add trees. So adding trees. Zoom in here. Going to have your terrain selected. That way you have access to your terrain tools. And then you'll notice that right next to the Paint Terrain button, there's a button called Paint Trees. I'll click on Paint Trees, and this opens up the Paint Tree menu. Now, they give you some basic instructions right here. Click to paint trees, hold Shift, and click to erase trees. Hold Control and click to erase only trees of the selected type. That's because there's multiple types of trees. But at the moment, because I've deleted them recently, I need to edit my trees. I need to add them. I have no trees. So I will click the Edit Trees button and select Add Tree. And then here where it says None Game Object, click on the Circle Select menu. And you'll see that there are a variety of trees. There's Birch Tree 1, Deciduous Tree 1, Birch Tree 2. I'm going to go ahead and select Birch Tree 2, close that, and I'm going to click the Add button. And there's Birch Tree 2. Now, there's one brute force way to do this. Let me get out of the zoom in because that was the problem. And I don't recommend doing this, of course. But you could click Mass Place Trees, and then it'll tell you, okay, how many trees, and keep existing trees, and you click the Place button, and bam, your whole world can be covered in trees. That might be nice, but that's pretty darn dense. And I notice also that there's trees that are limited by altitude. They don't let them go up too high. I prefer that you don't mass place them, but that you paint them on. So I'm going to set the brush size to about 25 and the tree density to about 60. And or I could even make my brush size even bigger, like maybe 100. And then I want to place trees, and this will place a nice clustering of trees in that area. That way I can have different kinds of trees. I can change, here, click at the Edit Trees button, add a tree, and I can go grab Deciduous Tree 1, and I'll click the Add button. So there's Deciduous Tree 1, and I'll go ahead and make me a little Deciduous Tree 1 forest over here. And I could go and add my Birch Tree 1. And I can make a forest of those, like over here. As you can see, adding trees is pretty darn easy. That's about all there is to it. You can adjust your brush size, tree density, play with that a little bit to get the right look. You are even able to change the tree height. You can adjust that. I've played with this a little bit. I'll bump that tree height up a whole bunch, and let me just put some trees right here. You can see now the trees are bigger. If I zoom in on that area, I'll see that these trees are much taller than these trees. All right. So that's adding trees. Short, sweet, to the point.